When I was small, one of my favorite games that I loved to play was hide and seek. I remember my dad would come home from work, and as I would hear him come in through the door, I would hide. I would either hide under the kitchen table, I would hide behind the couch, I would hide behind his desk in the den. Then I would hear him. Ready or not, here I come. And then I would listen and I would hear him say to my mom, "Have you seen Lou? Have you seen Lou?" And she was, "No, I don't know where he's at." I would hear him open the cupboard doors, I would open the basement door, I would hear him do different things. And I would hear him say, "He has to be here someplace." But eventually I would make some kind of a noise because I wanted to be found. I wanted to be found. And as I would see his feet behind the couch or near the table, then I would jump out and say, "Boo! Here I am." But I would always hide in the obvious places because, as I said, I wanted to be found. Sometimes it seems so easy to find God in the obvious places, doesn't it? In sunsets, in the ocean's horizon, in the sounds of a symphony and beautiful music, in the cries of a newborn baby, sometimes even in church. But in reality, God hides in places that oftentimes people don't know where He is hiding. Our God hides in the suffering, in the lost, in the abused, in the frightened, even on a cross. On this feast of Christ the King, we are reminded of the truth of the gospel. Jesus' throne as king was a cross. His crown made of thorns. His scepter was a lance that pierced his side. Not such an obvious place to find a king or God. The point is that our God really isn't a hidden God. We just need to seek God where we can find Him, where He can be found. And very often that's not in the most obvious places. Sometimes God only makes little noises, muted cries within families, within communities, within our world. Sometimes even within our own hearts. Muted cries hiding behind the faces and the places of a suffering humanity. I want us to listen carefully this week. Every single one of us, to allow our ears to be open and our hearts to be open, because I'm sure that we can hear Jesus speak to us. And Jesus will be saying, "See if you can find me." God bless you.